One of the greatest things about this camera is the fact that you don't have to edit your photos. You can just look up for Fujifilm recipes on the internet. I got mine from Fuji X Weekly and the photos look great straight out of camera. That's really honestly the main thing that I love about this camera. And in this video I'll be sharing which recipes I used, the exact settings of these recipes, and of course some example images that I've shot over these past weeks. There are 6 Fujifilm recipes that I really enjoy using. And these 6 are Kodachrome 64, Kodak HD+200, Vintage Color, X Pro 62, Positive Film, and black and white Kodak Tri-X 400. So this means that one spot is still up for grabs. Let's go over the Kodachrome 64 photos right now. So the Kodachrome 64 Fujifilm film recipe I think is really good for just pretty neutral images. Like images that you don't want to be edited too hard. Like images that you can use to send over to your family, to your friends, and just to have awesome memories with them. Yeah, just images with some pretty nice tones, some pretty neutral colors, nothing too crazy, and in my opinion, these are just beautiful. Then we have Kodak HD+200. And this film recipe really makes your blues pop in your image. So you can clearly see that the highlights are being pushed more to the blue side, and that's something that I really like. I really like these images. Other than that, the colors are also pretty neutral, nothing crazy going on here, and just really beautiful images overall. Then we have black and white Kodak Tri-X 400, and this is a pretty obvious one. I mean, it's just black and white, right? But I found this one on Sir's YouTube channel. He's an awesome creator, and these black and white images, they just hit different. You can clearly see that there is this kind of glow in the highlights, and that there's quite a punch in the blacks, but it's not too contrasty. So I think the shadows are also a bit lifted up, and I really enjoy using this film recipe to just make timeless photos. Positive film is also a film recipe that makes your highlights more blue, but in contrary to Kodak HD+200, I feel like these blues are a bit darker. Like there's more contrast into them, and that's something that I really like. So I definitely enjoy playing around with this one and with Kodak HD+200, especially during blue hour, because yeah, the blues, they just pop so amazingly during blue hour. Then we have Vintage Color, and this film recipe is a bit more creative, as you can see, because everything is a bit more yellow and it makes things a bit more artsy. So I think that this is a really great film recipe for street photos. X Pro 62 film recipe is a bit more like Vintage Color recipe, because I feel like this one is also a bit more artsy and a bit more extreme, so I wouldn't really necessarily recommend to take photos of your friends and family with this film recipe because they're probably not going to like it. And I think that this one is also really great for street photography and yeah, maybe also travel photography, because it makes things feel surreal, like out of this world, and it's just super cool. It has this really cool cinema vibe to it, like when you watch movies in the film theaters and you see this really cool color grade. Yeah, that's actually what this film recipe looks like. And this might not be everyone's taste, but I really enjoy this. And it also really has this nostalgic vibe to it, you know? Do keep in mind though that some of these photos are shot with the Glimmer Glass 1, and this filter actually makes your highlights glow a bit more. If you want to see more about this filter, you can check it out over here. I always find myself just switching between these film simulations when I'm out shooting. All of these just look so great, and sometimes I just want the same photo but in a different film simulation, so I can always choose afterwards which photo I like more, which film simulation I like more. So like I said, there's still one Fujifilm recipe spot up for grabs, and yeah, I'm still going to experiment to see which one I like more. Maybe you guys can help me out with that. Comment down below your favorite Fujifilm recipe.